So XGIMI's new flagship projector isn't just any projector, it's a masterpiece. With its sleek design, stunning 4K HDR visuals, and crisp audio, the Horizon Ultra redefines what a premium home projector is. I'm excited to give you a full review along with a deep dive into its unique features like its dual light engine, making this the world's first 4K long projector with Dolby Vision certification. Now, before we get into the specs and nitty-gritty details, I have to explain how amazing this projector looks in person. Immediately, when I saw the box that it came in, I could tell that this projector oozes a premium quality and sophistication like no other. Unboxing it felt reminiscent of the iconic Apple product unboxing experience, where every detail is meticulously crafted to impress. Now, in the box, you have the projector, the voice-enabled remote, a power brick that matches the look and feel of the projector, and your typical paper manual's warranty and special instructions on how to load Netflix. So thank goodness this Horizon Ultra doesn't look like those bland corporate projectors we often see in offices. Its misty gold hues, combined with a touch of fabric and leather textures, transform it into a work of art with a retro yet sophisticated vibe. It really does just seamlessly blend into any environment. Now, this design is an all-in-one system, meaning you have two 12-watt Harman Kardon speakers inside. Overall, it is nice and compact, especially for such a powerful, bright 4K projector. I have to say, kudos to XGIMI for crafting something so beautiful that, it becomes a centerpiece, a conversation starter in your living room.
It has all the ports and I/O you expect, such as an Ethernet LAN connection for faster internet speeds, a couple USB ports, 2 HDMI ports with eARC support, and optical and auxiliary audio output.
Now you can mount this adapter in many ways. It has a universal 1/4 inch thread at the bottom, so you can see that it's held on this little tripod over here. And it is pretty heavy, it weighs around 12 pounds, but overall it's very easy to mount into perfect situations. And because it has an optical zoom, which I'll talk about later, you can position this anywhere in your room and it's going to be fantastic because you have all the flexibility you have without compromising picture quality. Now we'll talk about the sensors, optics, and inner hardware later when I talk about the image quality. So let's dive into one of the standout features, and it's the automatic lens cover. I remember unboxing this projector and wondering, where's the projector lens? But the moment I powered it on, the magic unfolded. To this day, this automatic opening of the cover still impresses me. Now, the automatic cover is not just about keeping dust at bay or protecting the lens from unintentional smudges. It's also about adding that touch of elegance and sophistication every time you turn it on. Plus, that automatic lens cover opening is not only convenient, but it's sure to impress your guests. So this is kind of crazy. I'm in this tiny little micro apartment in this little bedroom over here, and I have a huge screen. Let me measure it for you. So I measured it around 75 inches, which is expansive. So imagine trying to mount a large TV over here. It would be impossible. I have the projector just mounted over there, and it just projects a very nice image on this white wall. Now, even if you don't have white walls, the projector does adapt to different colors of your wall. And if you want the best brightness and picture quality, I do recommend buying a quality screen, maybe something that you can pull down. It'll be amazing. When I first turned on the projector, I was pleasantly surprised at how easy and fast the setup process was. Also, I immediately noticed its bright, crisp 4K image and a very soft and soothing onboarding music, making me feel calm and relaxed throughout the onboarding process. I honestly thought I was being transported into a new world thanks to how big and immersive the screen is. Oh, and best of all, I was easily able to automatically pair my Google account to Android TV without having to type in my annoying long password. They have this neat feature where you can simply log in by tapping a notification that I received on my phone, at least for Android. So the remote uses two AAA batteries and features a unique battery replacement mechanism. You simply tap here and you eject it out. Now, this is one of the many examples of XGIMI's dedication to creating a sleek design. So like all XGIMI projectors, it runs Android TV as its operating system, which I personally love. You can still hook up an Apple TV or a Chromecast and have it work seamlessly through its CEC ARC input, which means you can use third-party remote controls and still control the projector and all of its hardware controls. But I recommend sticking with Android TV for the best experience. The best part about Android TV is that it integrates nicely with your Google Assistant and offers Chromecasts for easy sharing with your friends and family. I have to say, having the Google Assistant on the remote is so convenient. I simply talk to its remote and do things like control my smart home devices, send reminders, ask Google to play some music or a video, just like you would do on any other phone or any other smart speaker. All right, so let's go through the voice-enabled remote buttons. At the top, you have the power button. Below it, you have a shortcut to the settings. I'm going to press it right now. And then from there, you can do things like clear the app, keystone correction, quickly get into that if you want to. I'm going to hit the back button over here. You can go to display. Now, one thing I highly recommend you do is go to custom, and this is for image mode. And you can't access this anywhere else. You have to go from the shortcut button over here. So this one over here. So I would go all the way down, leave everything default, and then you'll see that sharpness is set to 20 by default. I just recommend putting it down to 10 or lower. For some reason, I don't know why it came out of the box with such high digital sharpness, but that just kind of makes it a little bit too sharp for me, for my personal taste, and I do recommend sending this to 10. You can do other things. You can remove any other types of digital processing like noise reduction. I have that off. Motion compensation is another thing. I just like to use the kind of more cinematic motion blur. Everything else like local contrast, HDR, I'm not entirely too sure what they do, but I left them on default: dynamic contrast and color optimization. You can always restore it, go to the bottom over there and restore it to defaults if you mess around too much here. That's the only thing that you'll need to adjust, in my personal opinion. Of course, you can go to all settings, and then from there you can go into projector settings, and then you can do things like environment adaptation, iris brightness, color mode, which is different from the image mode, by the way. This is set to cinema because I like to watch movies. Color space auto, keystone correction, these things are really important. I've talked about them, or I will talk about them in the video. Optical zoom is one of my favorites. Being able to adjust the zoom. Right now, it's a little bit too big. I'm going to just set it up like that. You have a lot of flexibility, as you can see over there. See how much, this is all optical zoom. And then we actually even get to digital zoom, which is even crazier. So you have so much flexibility with how you tweak this device and move it into different places. Let's say I just want to put it to there. I'm going to hit back. One thing I like about the remote is there's in case you ever have any focusing issues, usually the auto keystone is perfect, but in case you do, the button over here, you can just tap it and it will automatically just focus for you. It takes a couple seconds and you're gonna get razor sharp 4K image, and it looks amazing all the time. So continue with the buttons. You have the Google Assistant. What's the weather like? Okay, so that's very good. You can do things like turn off your home devices and stuff like that. You have a home button, so you can always get back to Android TV. You have a back button, and then you have your volume, minus and plus. So yeah, it's a really basic remote, nothing too complicated. You have Android TV, it's very intuitive, very easy to set up things and play around and all that stuff. You have all your applications. I do recommend getting Kodi. It's a great application so that you can access all your media on your local storage. All right, so here's a quick demo of Auto-keystone. I'm going to just move the projector. And you can see Auto-keystone is in progress. And what it does, it just makes everything level. All your lines are straight. It's going to fix the brightness. It's going to fix focus. It's going to fix your color and everything. So it does a really good job. It's very responsive every time you move your projector.
Now, when I was interacting with all the apps like YouTube, Amazon Prime, and Netflix, I noticed how responsive Android TV was. Now, I'm not exactly sure what are the CPU specs, but I know this model has 2 gigs of RAM and 32 gigabytes of storage. Opening apps, streaming, browsing all felt very responsive with 0 lag, so there must be a powerful processor inside. Another thing I noticed was how quiet the projector runs thanks to its really efficient cooling fan and clever ventilation design. Now, XGIMI claims that the noise level is less than 28 decibels, and to my ears, even when the projector is at max brightness for more than an hour sitting next to my ear, the fan noise was just a faint hum, barely audible. I'll play a quick sample for you to hear. Additionally, the device powers on quite fast, even quicker than some TVs. Let's talk about one of the most important topics, and that's image quality. How good is the projected 4K image? Well, spoiler alert, the 4K image is insanely sharp. It is also impressively bright at 2300 ISO lumens, which is a 76 improvement over its predecessor. Now you'll see at the bottom of this device, it has all these nice fancy Dolby Vision certifications. What does it mean? Well, that means it can project a high dynamic range image with excellent contrast and spot-on color accuracy. But what separates this smart projector from all the others is not just its excellent video quality or its Android TV OS. It's really how well it quickly adapts to various environments. So whether you're setting up this projector in your backyard or in your living room with a lot of ambient light, this projector guarantees a hassle-free and comfortable viewing experience every time, thanks to its 3rd generation of intelligent screen alignment, which is called ISA 3.0. What is that? Well, it's a technology that gives fast and accurate auto brightness,
auto-keystone, auto-focusing, and auto-color calibration. It does all these real-time adjustments using a unique combination of hardware sensors and software algorithms, which is comprised of their 3D time-of-flight sensor, a bionic variable iris, which is something that controls the brightness and contrast. It also has this thing called a dynamic spectrum module, which is responsible for optimizing the screen color gamut. And lastly, it has an optical zoom module, which allows for uncompromised screen scaling. Now, what really stood out to me personally was the optical zoom. I can finally preserve image quality when I adjust the screen size. I really enjoy having this flexibility because it just makes it so much easier to find the most optimal place in my environment, the most convenient location, and then maintain that optimal screen size. So with all these smart features, I have to say this projector is super intuitive to use. You wouldn't find yourself constantly having to tweak settings. For example, during the day when there's ambient light, it's going to focus on giving you the maximum brightness so you can see your image well. And then in the darkness, it's going to start focusing on color accuracy and contrast. And let's say you move this projector and there's something away like a picture, it'll automatically adjust the image size on its own. If a kid or a pet runs into the projector, it instantly enables eye protection mode, making the projector safe to use at all times. You just need to sit back, relax, and let the projector provide you with the most comfortable viewing experience for your eyes. And if you're a control freak or you just want to have this set up one and done and never have touch it again, you can disable all these automated features individually. So how exactly did XGIMI engineer the Ultra Horizon to support Dolby Vision, which is a tough certification to get to achieve HDR content and an amazing, insane color accuracy covering 95.5% of the DCI P3 gamut? Well, it all lies in their amazing, innovative dual light technology, which combines the benefits of laser and LED lights. But first, what do all these fancy terms mean, like Dolby Vision? Well, Dolby Vision is a proprietary high dynamic range video format, which improves brightness and contrast and color compared to kind of like more standard dynamic range or SDR content. And you might be wondering, what is the DCI P3 coverage? Well, it's all about delivering content in a broader spectrum of vivid colors, just as the filmmakers had envisioned. Combining the experience of HDR content and high accuracy colors, you're going to get a theater experience that rivals top tier theaters. So laser and LED lights work in harmony. They each complement each other with their weaks and strengths. The laser light is responsible for supporting an ultra wide color gamut and ultra high brightness, which is the shortcomings of LED projectors. And LED light makes up the shortcomings of laser, obviously. LED light's advantage is to give users the natural spectrum light, meaning it makes the projected image less fatiguing for users to watch for a long time. It basically helps the viewer experience more comfort. All right, let's move to the sound quality of these speakers. With the partnership of Harman Kardon, these speakers are nothing short of amazing. It supports the latest formats like DTS and Dolby Audio and many other audio formats. The vocals are crystal clear. I can hear everything, every lyric, every dialogue stands out. And I found that the bass was nice and tight and clean without overpowering the mid-range, ensuring that the sound never gets muddy or lost. So from watching action movies to the news, these two 12-watt speakers really deliver a very immersive experience to complement the amazing image that you get out of it. And what's really nice about this is that you can just simply turn off the display and you can have it function as a regular speaker. All right, so let's wrap things up. The Horizon Ultra 4K projector isn't just about projecting a simple movie on your screen. It's about offering a holistic experience. From its retro yet sophisticated aesthetics, unparalleled image and sound quality thanks to all the sensors, specialized optics, and hardware that like its dual light engine, it is a game changer when it comes to home entertainment. So if you have any questions or comments about this projector, let me know in the comments section down below. And if you want to learn more, I'll leave a link in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.